Hi there, welcome back to the DutchRC channel. Thank you very much for watching. And yes, I have an unassuming box here for you with contents, of course. This box was sent to me by Vector Quads, and I appreciate that very much, of course. This box contains a Quadcopter frame kit. Not just any frame kit though, it is a tilt rotor again. Just like my Sonic Speed quadcopter, this quadcopter flies forwards by moving or tilting the motors forwards. Now, if I open up the box, you will see that it is a kit, like I mentioned before. You have to build it yourself. Obviously, I'll have a link in the description down below to the site of Vector Quads. Now, what they sent me is a quadcopter setup. You can also use this frame for a tricopter though. So a tilt rotor tricopter, which is pretty unique, of course. Tilt rotors in itself are quite uncommon as well. Well, let's see. In this video I will show you what comes with this kit, of course, and I'll tell you what the quality of the components feel and look like to me. I will do a mock build without the electronics of the quadcopter, and I'll tell you if I run into any problems or what the fit and finish is. Now, the people of Vector Quads also sent me a electronics set with this frame, so a flight controller, a PDB, motors and ESC. Again, I appreciate that very much. I will be building the quad and then test flying it with that set. It is a pretty lightweight setup. That's nice. It's completely different from what I would get for a 250 size quadcopter, but it's nice to have something different, and well, it's kind of an experiment for me. Okay, so let's get everything out of the box and see what that looks like. Here we go. The first thing in the box is the frame, the base frame kit itself. Once again, if you have a look at the Vector Quads site, you will see that they sell the kit as a quadcopter and as a tricopter, but you can convert this same base frame kit into a tricopter if you buy the quadcopter, or vice versa. You do need a frame kit to convert it. See, this frame comes with two pivot blocks in which the arms will rotate. They are molded or injection molded plastic, not printed. Very good. I wouldn't trust printed pieces for this. Anyway, these two blocks are for the quadcopter setup. If you'd want to have the opportunity to set it up as a tricopter, you'd need a alternate tail piece. At least from what I've seen. Oh, wait a minute. No, in one of the parts bags there's actually a pivot block for the tricopter setup as well. I hope that's visible. And in that setup you'd need this tail piece. This will be the mount and the pivot for the tail motor. Okay, so yeah, I actually have the opportunity to build it as a quadcopter and as a quadcopter. I will build it as a quadcopter first, but let's see what the base frame looks like. It's nice that they package the frame with actual straps that you can use to secure your battery and action camera. Very much appreciated. Alright, we have two base plates. At this very moment I'm not sure which is top and bottom, but these are fully carbon fiber, not glass fiber centers with a layer of carbon fiber, real carbon fiber. And what is this, 3 millimeters? Looks like 3 millimeters. And what strikes me most is that it's very well machined. Ordinarily I'd sand down the edges and add all these holes in between. Feels like that's already been done. So, and very stiff obviously. Very nice looking carbon fiber. No scratches or burrs at all. Yes, they didn't skimp on the materials. Okay, so, and we have 2 arms, which will be 2 or 4 motor mounts really, and these will pivot back and forth within the frame, within these blocks. At this moment I'm not sure how to mount them, but I'll get to that later. That's okay for now. And we have, let's see what we have. We have an FPV monitor mount in which you would be able to mount a board camera. And let's see, does the frame accommodate other cameras? Yeah, like I said, at this moment I am not sure which plate is top or bottom and what is front or back. So I'm not sure. But I think you can, for instance, mount a camera like this Run Cam, which has its own mounting bracket, as you can see. Okay, let's move the main frame out of the way and let's see what comes with it. Alright, parts bag number 1, and which contains the alternate tail for the Quadcopter setup. And it also contains 2 servos. They look like Metal Gear servos. Okay, very nice. Yes, this tilt rotor obviously uses 2 servos. The Sonic Speed Quadcopter I built used 1 servo, which leads to some space problems in the frame. So I'm glad they went with a 2 servo setup this time. And let's see, you get a bag of screws, and at this moment I'm not sure what this white piece is for. Probably for the Quadcopter tail setup. Okay, and we receive a second camera plate. Oh, this is a GoPro camera mount. Very nice that they provide you with both. Here's the camera mount that came with the base frame, which can be used for like a Mobius camera, and this camera mount can be used for a GoPro over here. Very nice, very nice. And parts bag number 2. Let's spill it out on the table. Let's see. Oh, the frame comes with hard plastic motor protectors, and these will double as motor mounts as well. These will grip onto the arms with these plastic pieces. That looks very good. You get a set of quite big, far bigger than I'm used to, anti-vibration mounts for the camera platforms. Very nice. Quite impressive. Far bigger than I'm used to. These are the same size I use on my 470 size camera quadcopter. Huh. Those should work out well. We'll see in the future, of course, but from the looks of it, very nice. Yeah, you get all kinds of hardware that I'm not sure what they are for at this moment. Oh, these look like landing feet. Again, they look like, yes, injection molded plastic pieces, not 3D printed pieces. And yes, you get a bag of screws and some Allen keys. Yes, this looks very nice. Now the next thing I'll do is do a mock-up build of the frame. And then I'll come back to you to tell you what my thoughts and experiences with that were. Hold on. Alrighty, I've done a mock build of the frame. Now I could have put more screws in it, but I've built it so that I can actually show you parts of the construction of the frame. My first impression of the frame is that it is very smartly designed. For instance, this is the front of the quadcopter, and here you see the FPV camera mount, or the hole that your camera will poke through. And in front of that you see this lip. Not necessary this lip, but this will protect your camera in a crash. Excellent, I like that. The entire construction with the carbon fiber base plates and the plastic pivot blocks makes it very rigid. Excellent idea. Even if it wouldn't have been a tilt rotor, this makes for a very nice construction method. Let's see, yeah, I've put the motor mount and guards on as well. Yeah, works, I think. Obviously I'll probably do some crashing with this quadcopter as well, so we'll see how things hold up. But so far it feels very slop-free and secure. Yes, I did make a few misassumptions when unboxing it. Firstly, these plastic triangle pieces, they aren't landing feet. They are part of the tilting mechanism. If I take off the top plate, these triangles will slot onto the arms in the middle over here, and then it'll connect. Those triangles will connect to the servo with this bar. Now that's the second assumption I had wrong. The second wrong assumption. In the quadcopter setup, this quadcopter only uses one servo, which will be mounted here. Here you see the servo mount. And the servo will push back and forth this bar. So this bar will be connected to both the arms. This bar will actually run under your flight controller slash power distribution board. So in the middle of the frame. Yeah, once I've installed all electronics, I'll get back to you on how that works out. You can alternately mount your PDB and flight controller hanging from the top plate. So yeah, that's okay. And let's see, is there more I can tell you? Yeah, there's a little bit of space at the rear here, possibly to mount your FPV gear, your transmitter. In the middle of the frame you see cooling slots and some slots for your tie wraps to mount the ESCs, one over here, one over here, one over here, and one over here. I'm not sure if the servo will be in the way. No, with the size of ESCs I'll be using 15 amp ESCs. Yes, quite small. That won't be a problem. Now there's another smart thing about this quadcopter. These pivot blocks, I hope you can see that they have metal bolts, screws. No, these are the bolts in which the bolts, screws that will go through the plate will grip into, but you do not need to use Loctite on them, even though they run into metal, because they also run into plastic. So that works out very well. So far I haven't even come across places where you need to use Loctite on this frame. Very nice. Now with these triangles not being landing feet, that's the only thing I'd like to see added to this frame. Some kind of landing pads. Could be just simple pieces of rubber at the bottom of the frame, but that would be a nice addition, I think. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that would improve the kit. Yeah, so far for this video. I'll be obviously soldering up the electronics and installing them. In the next video I'll do a flight demo with this quadcopter, so hold on for that. For now, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Oh, by the way, I'll also add a link in the description to the build instructions. Even if you don't buy it, it's nice to look through it, and you'll see that it's very detailed. Gives you a good impression of the quality of the product and the company, I think. So have a look at that, and yes, bye bye.